Hello everyone. Hope all of you are fine in this pandemic period. Today I am going to discuss about a problem of vector calculus which has been asked by a JAM aspirant. The problem is to find the curl of the cross products of two vectors. The solution of this problem is not available in any YouTube videos and in any websites. We used to work out this problem in mathematics honors. The solution of this problem is lengthy, time consuming. You should have patience. So, have a cup of tea or coffee and sit with me. You can also open your favorite music at the background. Let's start.
The original question given by if v and w be two vector point functions, then prove the following. Question number A. Curl v cross w equals to w dot get v minus v dot get w plus v div w minus w div v. Question number B. Curl of curl v equals to grad div v minus grad square v. Let us first work out question number A, and let us write question number A in our convenient notations. If A and B are two vector point functions, then prove that curl of cross product of A and B equal B dot grad A minus A dot grad B plus A div B minus B div A, where A and B are vector functions and their components are A1, A2, A3 and B1, B2, B3 respectively, where A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3 all are functions of x, y, z. Now let us find A cross B first. We know A cross B is determinant I, J, K, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2, B3. Let us expand this determinant. I, A2, B3 minus A3, B2 minus J of A1, B3 minus A3, B1 plus K A1, B2 minus A2, B1. Now we have to find del cross A cross B. So del cross A cross B is the determinant I, J, K, del del x, del del y, del del z, and A cross B components are A2 B3 minus A3 B2, A2 B3 minus A3 B2, A1 B3 minus A3 B1. There is a minus sign, so we will have A3 B1 minus A1 B3. A3 B1 minus A1 B3. Next, A1 B2 minus A2 B1. A1 B2 minus A2 B1. Here let us remember grad equals to del del x I plus del del y j plus del del z k. So for that reason we have taken the components del del x, del del y, del del z here. Now let us expand the determinant. So we will have I del del y of a1 b2 minus a2 b1 minus del del z of a3 b1 minus a1 b3. Next, minus j del del x of a1 b2 minus a2 b1 minus del del z of a2 b3 minus a3 b2. Here leaving this part, so del del x of this part minus del del z of this part. Next is plus k del del x of a3 b1 minus a1 b3 minus del del y of a2 b3 minus a3 b2. Now we will do the partial differentiation. When we will do the partial differentiation of b2, a1 will be treated as constant, and when we will do the partial differentiation of a1, then b2 will be treated as constant. Same thing will be done for all the other terms. So here we see that we will get total 24 terms. Let's start. I a1 del del y of b2 plus b2 del del y of a1. Next, a2 b1 minus a2 del del y of b1 minus b1 del del y of a2, then minus del del z of a3 b1 minus a3 del del z of b1 minus b1 del del z of a3, then minus this minus and that minus is plus a1 b3 del del z of a1 b3 plus a1 del del z of b3 plus b3 del del z of a1. Next, minus j del del x of a1 b2 minus a2 b1 minus j a1 b2 a1 del del x of b2 plus b2 del del x of a1, then minus a2 b1 minus a2 del del x of b1 minus b1 del del x of a2, then minus del del z of A2 B3 and A3 B2 minus A3 del del z of B2 minus B2 del del z of A3. Then this minus and that minus is plus A3B2 del del z of A3B2 plus A3 del del z of B2 plus B2 del del z of A3. Next, del del x of A3B1 minus A1B3 plus K A3 del del x of B1 plus B1 del del x of A3. Then minus A1B3 del del x of A1B3 minus A1 del del x of B3 minus B3 del del x of A1 minus del del y of A2 B3 minus A3 B2 minus A2 del del y del del y of A2 B3 minus B3 del del y of A2. Then minus minus plus del del y of A3 B2 plus A3 del del y of B2 plus B2 del del y of A3. So here we have got total 24 terms. Now we will arrange. Actually, we should write these unit vectors at the end. Now we will arrange the terms. So here we say that A1 del del y B2 plus A1 del del z B3. So let us take A1 common. Del del z B3. Next, minus B1 common del del y A2 minus del del z A3. Del del y A2 del del z A3. Next, minus A2 del del y B1 minus A3 del del Z B1 plus A3 del del Z B1. Next, B2 del del Y A1 B3 del del Z A1. So we have arranged all the terms which are the coefficients of I. Now let's see for the coefficients of J. Now let us change this minus sign, make it plus and multiply with a minus sign inside the curly bracket. So this will be plus, this will be minus, this will be minus, this will be plus, this will be plus, this will be plus, this will be plus, this will be minus, and this will be minus. Now let us take the common parts. There is no A2 term. There is some mistake. Let's find the mistake. Let's go to the previous slide. Here we see del del Z of A2B3 minus A3B2. A2B3. Del del Z of A2B3. So you look here. So A2B3. B3 A2. Now let's say that it is A2 and here is also A2. So A2 is common. Del del X B1, del del Z B3. So plus A2 is common. Del del X B1 plus del del Z B3. How did I understand that I have done a mistake? Because here we have got A1, so it should come A2, and then look del del X of B2, del del X of B1, then del del Z of B3. If it is 1, then this is 2 and 3. If it is 2, then 1 and 3. Okay, next. I think next term will come minus B2. Let's see. So minus B2 del del X of A1 minus B2 del del Z of A3 matched. Okay, so minus B2 minus B2 del del X A1 plus del del Z A3. Next it should come like this. Let's see remaining terms. Minus A1 del del X B2 plus A3 del del Z B2. Then remaining two terms. B1 del del X A2 plus B1 del del X A2. Another term, this one. B3 del del Z A2 plus B3 del del Z A2. Next, let's see here. So here we see that A3 del del X B1 plus A3 del del Y B2. So it is correct. A3 plus A3 del del X B1 plus del y b2. Next, I think here we have got minus b1 minus b2. We should get minus b3. Let's see. So minus b3, yes, minus b3 del x a1 minus b3 del x a1, then plus del y a2 plus del y a2. Next you see the term minus a1 del x b2 plus a3 del z b2. Here minus a2 del y b1 plus a3 del z b1. Let's see. Minus a1 del x b3 minus a2 del y b3 minus a1 del x b3 plus a2 del y b3. Next you look, let's see, b1 del x a3 plus b2 del y a3. Okay, b1 del x a3 plus b1 del x a3 plus b2 del y a3 b2 del y a3. So all terms are arranged. Now we will add extra term with all the terms and then subtract that term. So here we see a1 del x b2 plus del z b3, then the remaining term is del y b1. Okay, so that term we have to add, then we have to subtract also. Here we see that del y a2 plus del z a3, then del x a1 required. Here we see del y b1, del z b1, so we need del x b1 and with a1 term. Okay, and here you see that del y a1, del z a1, so we need del x a1 with b1 term. Next here similarly del x b1 plus del z b3, so we will have del y b2. And here del x a1 plus del z a3, so we need del y a2. And here we need del x b2, del z b2, so del y b2. Similarly, here we need del x a2, del z a2, we need del y a2 with b2. Here del x b1, del y b2, so del z b3. Here del x a1, del y a2, del z a3. Here del x b3, del y b3, del z b3. Here del x a3, del y a3, del z a3. So in this way we will add all the terms and subtract, balancing the terms, balancing the expression will subtract the terms. Let's start. There is a mistake here in this term. Let's see. So this is a1 del y b2. So this one should be y. Now let us add terms. Here we see del y b2 plus del z b3. We need del x b1. Now this is the extra term which we have added, so we have to subtract that. And we will subtract here. Why? Because here a2 del del y b1 plus a3 del del z b1. So the next term will be a1 del del x b1. So we have added here a1 del del x b1, that will be subtracted there. And here in this term minus b1 del del y a2 plus del del z a3. So we have to add del del x a1. So minus b1 del del x a1 plus del del y a2 plus del del z a3. Okay, so we have added del del x a1. So this term we have to add. Here minus sign is there, so we have to add. And in this case we will add. So here let us write minus, adding that term a1 del del x b1. So minus a1 del del x b1 and a2 del del y b1 plus a3 del del z b1 plus a2 del del y b1 plus a3 del del z b1. Next, here we have to add one term what we have subtracted here, that is b1 del del x a1. So here we have to add b1 del del x a1. b1 del del x a1. Rest of the terms b2 del del y a1, b2 del del y a1 plus b3 del del z a1. So the I coefficients are completed. Now we have to add and subtract in j coefficients. So here we see that we need del del y b2. So plus a2 plus del del y plus del del z b3. Added, we have to subtract that also. Now here minus b2 del del x a1, so there will be del del y a2 plus del del z a3 minus b2 del del x a1 plus del del y a2 plus del del z a3. Okay, done. Next here minus a1 del del x b2 plus a3 del del z b2, and what term we have added, that we have to subtract. So here we have to add one more term, that is a2 del del y B2. So minus A1 del del x B2 minus A1 del del x B2, then plus A2 del del y B2, and then plus A3 del del z B2. Okay. Now here what the term we have subtracted here we have to add. So B1 del del x A2 and B2 del del y A2. So let us write plus B1 del del x A2 plus B1 del del x A2, then plus B2 del del y A2 plus B2 del del y A2 plus B3 del del z A2. So all are done for j coefficients. Now we have to do for k coefficients. So here del del x B1 del del y B2 we have to add del del z B3 plus A3 del del x B1 so we have to add del del z B3. Next here minus B3 del del x A1 plus del del y A2 so plus del del z A3 minus B3 del del x A1 plus del del y A2 plus del del z A3. Now the term we have added here, we have to subtract that in the next term. So minus A1 del del x B3 plus A2 del del y B3. Next term will be plus A3 del del z B3. So let us write plus A2 del del y B3 plus A3 del del z B3. So this term was added, this one is subtracted. Now the term subtracted here we have to add in the next term. So here B1 del del x A3 plus B2 del del y A3. Next term will be B3 del del z A3 plus B1 del del x A3 B2 del del y A3 plus B3 del del z A3. This term was subtracted here, B3 del del z A3, that is added here. So k coefficients are completed. Now we have to put in the formula, taking some common. Let's see. If we observe, here we see that A1 del del x B1 del del y B2 plus del del z B3. Here also del del x B1 del del y B2 plus del del z B3. Next here also del del x B1 plus del del y B2 plus del del z B3. So let us write del x b1 plus del y b2 plus del z b3. This term is common in every coefficients of ijk. Let's see. Del x b1 plus del y b2 plus del z b3. Here also and here also. So with them we have a1i plus a2j plus a3k. So we can write a1i plus a2j plus a3k. Okay, first term is done. Now look the second term. Minus b1 del x a1 plus del y a2 plus del z a3. Minus b2 del x a1 del y a2 del z a3. Minus b3 del x a1 del y a2 plus del z a3. So we'll have minus del x a1 plus del y a2 plus del z a3. With that b1i plus b2j plus b3k. Okay. Next, minus a1 del x b1 plus a2 del y b1 plus a3 del z b1. So here also minus a1 del x b2 plus a2 del y b2 plus a3 del z b2. And here minus a1 del x b3 plus a2 del y b3 plus a3 del z b3. Here you see a1 del x b1 plus a2 del y b1 plus a3 del z b1. So b1 can be taken common, we'll get b1i. Similarly from here b2 can be taken common and b2j. And similarly b3 can be taken common and it will be b3k. So let us write a1 del x, a2 del y, a3 del z minus a1 del x plus a2 del y plus a3 del z and then b1i plus b2j plus b3k. Now let's see the last term. The last term is b1 del x a1 plus b2 del y a1 plus b3 del z a1. Here b1 del x a2 plus b2 del y a2 plus b3 del z a2. So let's do one thing. Let us take a1 common and then we are getting b. So b1 del x, b2 del y, b3 del z. Here also b1 del x, b2 del y, b3 del z. Okay. So plus b1 del x plus b2 del y plus b3 del z and we'll have a1i plus a2j plus A3K. Now we can write this as B dot grad A minus, this can be written as A dot grad B, then minus, this can be written as B grad dot A, and this can be written as plus A grad dot B. So now you look the given question, W dot grad V minus V dot grad W plus V dip W minus W dip V. It is similar what we have got. So this is the required proof. Hope all of you understood. If you have any question, please drop in the comment box. The proof can be done by the other way also, using index notation and identity. That method will be shorter than this. In the next video lecture, I will discuss about that method and we will work out question number B.